Welcome to the Crossroads, where we honor the duality of life, embracing the darkness, and loving the light. Together we'll explore spiritual philosophy, mythology, shamanic practices, witchcraft, and more. Join me as we journey through the mysteries of life, death, and everything in between. Before we begin, a quick disclaimer. This podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only and not professional advice. Please use your own discretion and enjoy the show. Hi, welcome to the Crossroads. My name is Angela Rajniganda. I am the owner of Arcana Apothecary. So in today's episode, I want to talk about niceness. And this is something I also hinted at in a previous video. I think it was the Love and Light Trap video. And honestly, niceness is just something I've grown to despise. And I know that sounds weird. And maybe it's not the word itself, niceness, but how it's commonly used and what it represents. But before I get into that, I have a few business updates. So the 50% off sale is still going on. I didn't intend for it to go on this long, but so many people are benefiting from it at this time that it just feels so good. So I want to continue that for a little while longer. Head over to arcanapothecary.com to take advantage of that. And for part of my community offering, I'm also giving away 2 free 30-minute phone healing sessions. I'm doing this every month, and if you'd like to enter your name in for that drawing, follow me on Facebook so you can see when I announce that. Also, I'm working away at the next issue of Arcana Apothecary e-magazine. That comes out in the 1st, so if you want to receive this issue, head over to the website, sign up for that now. Or you can also join my Patreon. My highest tier includes a subscription to the e-magazine. And you also get other benefits like the exclusive videos that I don't release publicly, as well as Q&As, lives. I do personalized email readings, full moon healing, all sorts of stuff. Go check that out on my Patreon. And I think that's it, so let's get started. So we're talking about niceness. Since we were kids, we've been programmed to be nice. Be nice to your brother, act nice in public, and, oh, you'll like my friend, he's really nice. But what are we actually talking about here? What does being nice really mean? And why does it kind of make my skin crawl? So today we're going to talk about niceness and why it may not be the virtue we've been taught that it is. Niceness is very much a behavior, not a character trait. Niceness isn't really a reflection of who you are. It's about how you present yourself. It's rooted in appearance and social comfort. Niceness it's about looking agreeable and polite and non-threatening. It's how you look to others. It's not actually about who you are or how you genuinely feel. On the surface, a nice person might seem very warm, very accommodating. They might smile and avoid conflict and go out of their way to keep the peace, but beneath that surface, niceness starts to look really fake, and I think it is. I think it is fake. Niceness is so much about social acceptability, not authenticity. A nice person will tell you exactly what they think you want to hear versus what you actually need to hear. Niceness avoids that discomfort, which means it avoids truth. And I think that's where the problem starts. One way that niceness manifests is in a very transactional way. Niceness often comes with strings attached. It's kind of this unspoken expectation of reciprocity. A nice person might expect a smile or expect your approval or your cooperation in return. That's why I think nice people so often feel resentful when they don't get the response they were hoping for. And it's this kind of a social contract they think you silently agree to. This oh, I was nice to you, so now you owe me kind of thing. And that's why people who pride themselves on being nice are so often the first ones to say, after everything I've done for you, when they don't get their way. It's also why nice is the first mask that manipulators and narcissists and abusers put on. Every covert narcissist, psychopath, or abusive partner starts out very nice, real nice. They tell you exactly what you want to hear. They shower you with praise and affection until they get what they want, and then that mask comes off. Niceness is just not genuine. It's often a tool for manipulation. Another way that niceness shows up in kind of a flipped way is as a defense mechanism to avoid confrontation, rejection, and social tension. It's why people might apologize when they've done nothing wrong, or they agree to do things they don't actually want to do. Niceness here is very much about keeping the peace, even at the expense of your own boundaries and your own well-being. Think about how often niceness is used to avoid real communication. Maybe saying, "Oh, it's fine," when it's definitely not fine. Or telling someone, "Oh, it's okay," when they've done something that is so not okay. It might be smiling and nodding along when someone's kind of saying something pretty offensive or hurtful. Or telling people that you're happy to help when you're actually seething with resentment underneath. Niceness seems to make things light and easy, but it's hollow. It avoids discomfort and avoids all authenticity. Niceness is often why people stay in relationships far longer than they should. Why people tolerate maybe cruel family members steamrolling them during the holidays, or why so many of us just swallow our truths instead of speaking them. And it's because we're all taught that speaking up isn't nice. Now, niceness is a very, very different thing than true kindness, true compassion, and true empathy. These traits come from a much, much deeper place. And they may not always look pretty. They can mean having difficult conversations, or setting firm boundaries, or telling someone a truth they may not want to hear. People who embody true kindness, true compassion, may not always seem nice, and it's because of showing up with more authenticity and integrity, even when it's uncomfortable. It isn't about making people feel good, it's about being real with them. It's about respecting space for someone who's maybe in pain, instead of just trying to smooth it over and make it look pretty. It's maybe understanding someone's experience, even when you disagree with them. Not about agreeing or pretending to feel the same way, but just being present and listening without judgment. True kindness, true compassion, and empathy require an inner strength. They're not about being agreeable. They're just about being real. And, with that, I just want to say, for your own sake and for everyone else's sake, stop being nice. Stop forcing yourself to smile when you're uncomfortable. Stop agreeing to do things that make you miserable just to keep the peace. And stop worrying about whether or not people will think you're nice. Just do the world a kindness and stop being nice. And I think that's all I have to say about that. I know this was a shorter video, but I thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye. Thank you for joining me at The Crossroads, which is brought to you by Arcana Apothecary. Visit me at arcanaapothecary.com and connect on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can continue this journey together. Remember, there's a time for love and light, and there's a time for raving hell. Until next time, I'll meet you at The Crossroads.